Tell me a little bit more about this Anil guy.
Anil was our nokar, our servant, when I went to India in 1987. He was a bit older than I was at that time. I was 13. Anilwa, we turned into Anilwa, but Anil was about 13 or 14. And we had him the summer of 87. He was my Pulcha's servant, but he was loaned out to us while we were there. And upon his return 3 months later, he was about 80 pounds heavier. Because we had no restriction on this guy. And he could eat, he could do whatever. We had told our hotel restaurant that, whenever this kid wants to come and eat, go ahead. No restriction, nothing. Just put the bill, the total bill on our account. So when we checked out, we'll pay for it too. He's 43 years old now, probably. He still hasn't eaten as good as he did that summer. Wow, what did he eat? He ate. अभी तो 11 ही बजा सुबह. Okay. रेहनील की खिली. सब्जी, भात, चिकन, दो प्याजा. Okay. Omelette paratha. Okay, all sorts of goodies. A lot of lassi. Okay.
What happened in the bus?
In the bus, in between Patna and Sasaram. Okay, yeah, wherever. Me, Mom, Dad, Pujcha, Nurcha, and Anil. All going from Patna to Sasaram. So this guy, subah mein khaya, chicken do pyaja. सुबह में खाया चिकन दो प्याजा. Omelette, माना दो माँ बेटा दोनों खा लिया, right? Omelette और egg और chicken दोनों खा लिया. Okay? Chicken दो प्याजा, एक प्याजा नहीं, दो प्याजा.
Okay.
अंडा paratha. Before leaving for the journey. Okay?
The 4.5 hour journey.
No, that's without traffic.
Yeah.
Right? Then with traffic it turns into about 12. Right? So we go and we have to stop at the bridge.
Oh, the infamous bridge.
The infamous bridge between Patna and Sasaram. What bridge is that? Ara. Bus mein baithe hue the. So my Nunu Chicha went and bought those famous big amrud, latam, whatever, and he had them all cut up. Salt, pepper, kala namak, mirchi. Oh, my mouth is watering just thinking about it. And he brought it, and then he brought peanuts, all the masalas in it. And he brought it inside the bus. I remember this so clearly. Nunucha was wearing white pants and his brown Nehru jacket. And white Prince coat, sorry. And we're sitting in the bus, and all of a sudden, Daddy, Nunucha, Pucha, Anil, my mom, me, we're all sitting in the bus. And Anil to gaya khane ke liye. Kala namak ke saath. We all know the magic of kala namak.
Do we?
Yeah. He must have eaten minimum of 6 to 8 latams amrud with kala namak. That's after eating
all the other stuff.
Chicken do pyaja ka beti kha liya, anda. All sorts of stuff. Chiniya badam. Okay? All of a sudden, we're sitting. Projectile vomited. And it came out of his nose, everything. So this whole story goes to depict my father and his two brothers, the three of them, and how all different they are.
And very
One of
similar
them,
at the same time.
and they're similar at the same time. One of them, who's the most educated, who lives in America, is also the most dehati. One of them has no words.
The richest one.
The richest one had no words. And the youngest one, who was probably the second most educated, who worked the hardest, had very limited words as to what could come out of his mouth. Because his older brother was there. Older two brothers. He couldn't say anything
That he wanted to say.
that he probably wanted to say.
So this guy,
So he throws up everywhere in the bus.
So ये उल्टी किया और
उल्टी किया. पापा देखते हैं, कहते हैं क्या? तो खच्चर के नाच से छोड़ा. Okay. नुस्खा देखते हैं, कहते हैं, अब पूछ जा, ये तो बड़ा बुर्बक लड़का निकल गया. That's it.
What did mom do?
I didn't say anything.
Mom started throwing up.
Did she reference her father?
वो बैठा हुआ था बिनू के बगल में. I was तरफ लड्डू बैठे हुए.
That's a classic story. Is he the same one with the pants? Maharaj, आप कहा है हमको?
Oh, no. That's our relative.
Okay.
Oh, so?
No!
Oh.
Okay. Let's see. This is the guy who used to... Anil was the same guy in the summer of '87 that we took him everywhere, showed him the time of his life. And in the hotel, we had a hotel suite in Patna. And this guy would, we insisted that he sleep, obviously we're not going to throw him out. He was a kid. So he was my age. And he turned out to be my best friend for that summer.
We've never kept in touch with him.
Well, there's no way to keep in touch with these people, but he turned out honestly in 1987 to be like my best friend that summer because I got sick and he took care of me and it was
when he wasn't eating.
Huh?
When he wasn't eating.
Yeah, when he wasn't eating, he'd take care of me.
I heard he entertained you too. Do you know?
Well, yeah, he did.
How was that?
This guy, we had a suite at the Samraj in Patna. And we told him that he could sleep on the bed and everything, but actually he preferred to sleep on the floor. And it was an air-conditioned room. He would, after being in an air-conditioned room for a while, he would sweat profusely when he went outside. Okay? He was in the air-conditioned room so much. So I had my bed. Mom and Dad had their bed. Okay? On the floor. In the daytime, however, वो तो रात का बात है. दिन में वो हमारे बेड के नीचे चला जाता था. अपना लेट के तबला बजाता था. Okay? उसका नाम रखा गया था. नाम तो था अनिल. लेकिन इतना आदमी उसको बुलाता था, उसका नाम हो गया था
Anil.
No, Anilwa re. Anilwa. Daddy had a cousin named Anil, and he used to tease his cousin and call him Anil. तो उसका नाम अनिल से अनिलवा से अनिल हो गया. ओके, सब कुन्नू भैया तो याद करते होंगे अनिल को. अनिल या कुन्नू भैया, चिक्कू भैया, अनिल. Okay, सब कुन्नू भैया remembers for sure 100%. अनिलवा. वो तो पटना में भेजे थे उसको, पटना में दही लाने के लिए. 6 घंटा के बाद आया रोते हुए.
आलू पीसी ना गए खोजने के लिए, खोज कर भेजे कहाँ चला गया कदम कुआं.
Okay.
रोते आप दही लेकर के रोते बच्चा परेशान.
Did he bring the dahi though?
दही तो खा ली माँ.
मटकुरी में दही
हाँ हाँ तुम्हारे लिए आया था दही
नहीं तुम्हारे लिए
हमारे लिए I don't eat dahi in India
तुमको जॉन्डिस हो गया था तो कहा था दही
no they didn't tell me
उनके लिए
to
दही चुरा
okay हमको कहा था खाने के लिए सिर्फ पानी और केतारी का रस
अब झींगा मूली
और झींगा मूली 8 हफ्ता तक केतारी का रस झींगा मूली
और पानी
और वही चावल मरवा चावल
मरवा
yeah it was
aren't they,
starch
aren't they
Gilla
all,
चावल sorry
aren't they all dead?
okay 8 हफ्ता 3 meals a day वही और बोतल केतारी का रस वो तो बहुत अच्छा था
Thanks, Vinu. We're going on 11 minutes now. Thank you.
wow I didn't